Good morning and Happy New Year. How was your Christmas and how was your New Year? My New Year, I didn't celebrate New Year's Eve or anything. I never do. I don't know why, it's just something I have never done. But Christmas was a bit of a struggle, to be honest, because we were all really, really ill. We all got the flu and yeah, it was not particularly fun. We still managed to make Christmas dinner with all the trimmings, and I had been looking forward to it for months. You know, the bread sauce, the cranberry sauce, all the things that you don't normally get unless it's Christmas. You know, the stuffing, the gravy, you know, yeah. The roast potatoes cooked in goose fat and everything else, and I couldn't taste anything. I had a zero taste. I've never had it that extreme where I've lost my sense of smell and taste. It was such a bizarre experience, and I was so disappointed that it was on Christmas Day. But never mind, there'll be Christmas again this year now. So yeah, hopefully your Christmas was a bit better than mine. We didn't even manage to get any presents for the children because we were that ill. We just couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. So they understood that they had to wait a few days after Christmas until we could sort out some presents for them. And they were very understanding. I think they felt as ill as us anyway, so they really weren't bothered. But yeah, that was quite a strange Christmas. But anyway, have you got any New Year's resolutions? Do you do that? I like to set myself, I said this in the last vlog actually, I think, realistic goals. I like goals, but they have to be realistic and they have to be achievable. So sometimes, you know, you might have a distant, massive goal, but you have to have little steps along the way that you can tick off and see your progress. Otherwise I get really demoralised. I don't know if you do as well, but that I definitely do. So this, for the new year, this year I want to definitely be more healthy. I know that's like so cliche and cheesy, but I do. Not that I am a terribly unhealthy person, but I want to be extra healthy. I want to make as much as I can from scratch. So I do a lot of that anyway, but I want to up it a little bit. So I'm going to carry on, you know, making my sourdough bread every day. But I've also, I'm reviving my kefir grains, my water kefir grains, because I haven't used them in a few months. And as you know, water kefir is really good for you, full of probiotics and whatever else. So I'm reviving those. And water kefir grains, I've done this a few times, they're really forgiving. I can leave them in the fridge in some sugar water for months at a time, and then I can pull them out and then revive them. And I found a really good way to revive them quickly is to feed them with not just sugar water, but also add a bit of sea salt and what? Okay. And a little bit of molasses. That really helps. So that's what I'm doing with those at the moment. So I want to get that routine again of having the water kefir. I also want to start making my sauerkraut again and eating at least a tablespoon a day of sauerkraut, because again that is full of so much goodness for you. I think fermented food is so important. And another thing that I really want to do is start sprouting seeds again and eating the sprouts. I did that years ago and then just forgot about it, but I need to get back on with that because again it's just so good for you, really, really healthy. William is just sitting there eating his breakfast at the moment. And what else? As far as exercise goes, I know I've got to start off slow and steady because I've been really bad with being consistent with exercise lately, and I need to you know, try and make it more achievable and enjoyable for me. I do want to improve my cardio a little bit, but the main thing I want to do is increase my strength and start doing some weights, because I think that's essential at my age. It's definitely been shown that it's far more important to work on your strength than your cardio at my age. So, but I don't think you should neglect your cardio either. What else? I don't know what else. I think that might be it. My husband keeps telling me that I should have cold showers, and I did try that because that's really good for your immune system as well, but I don't know. I struggle with that, you know. Like plunge pools and stuff. Just no, I can't do that yet. Maybe one day, but at the moment I am really struggling with that. So I'm gonna not even think about that. And what else? I think that is it really. So let me know in the comments below what you're doing different this year. Yeah, I'd be really interested. You know, I think it helps to inspire each other to see different ideas and things like that. So today I've started making a new batch of bone broth because we had, well, the children had roast chicken last night and my husband and I had a chicken curry. So we've got lots of bones, and I've got some extra chicken bones out of the freezer as well, and put them all together so we can make a big batch of chicken bone broth. So at the moment the bones are soaking in some apple cider vinegar for an hour. Then I will add an onion, quartered, not peeled, in there, 2 sticks of celery, roughly chopped, 2 carrots, roughly chopped, a few peppercorns, a couple of bay leaves, and then I will put it on in the pressure cooker for 2 hours on high. Oh yeah, that is something else I want to do this year. I want to start canning because I've never done it. I've still never done it. Because, do you know, pressure canners in this country cost an astronomical amount of money. I know there's a new there's a new instant pot that's out over here now where you can do pressure canning in it, so it's got the actual button, but you can't fit much in there, so I don't know if it's worth it, and that is about £300 anyway, I think, and you can only get something like 4 pints in there at a time to can. So you want to get that? Yeah. Okay. And then down you get. Oh, sorry. There we go. So yeah, I would love to get a big pressure canner. But I've also heard that you can pressure can in the Instant Pot that I've got, even though it hasn't got a pressure canning button, and you know, the FDA do not approve and stuff like that. But I've looked into it. I've looked into the PSI and the altitude that we live at and all the rest of it, and my Instant Pot should be fine. I should be able to can in that, so I might try that, but I will be very careful, and I will, when I open the cans to eat the food, reheat it for a substantial amount of time, etc. But I would love to try it, so we'll see. Maybe I will do that this year. So anyway, yeah, I'm making the bone broth at the moment, and I've also got some bone broth in my fridge that I've been defrosting since yesterday, which I'm going to use to make an enchilada sauce. It's something I've never done before, but I love Mexican food and I want to make enchiladas, and I'm just always thinking now about how to make everything from scratch. So yeah, gonna give that a go. Now, all the YouTubers that I like to watch at the moment are doing the 3 Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge, I think it's called, where I think it's for both months, January and February, it might just be January, I'm not sure. You don't go to the shop, you just eat what you've got stored in your cupboards, larder, pantry, whatever you've got it stored in. But you can have things that you need to buy if you want. You know, there's no rules basically, but the main point is to try not to spend any money. And I really wanted to do it, but I can't because I just haven't got enough stored, which is very sad. Don't even know why I said that. There's no point to my actual telling you about that, but just I really wanted to do that, but maybe next year, if I get into canning, I can have a go at doing that challenge. You know, it is a good idea to have some food storage there if for an emergency, or just when you have a month where you just want to save a bit more money or something. So yeah, I'd like to do that. So yeah, I would like to do the canning. I mean, I have got a dehydrator. I haven't really used it lately because of the electricity prices. So I've barely used it, but I don't know if I'm over worrying about the price of electricity where that's concerned or not. I need to actually see how much it does cost me to use now, but we'll see. So yeah, there's that option. And then of course freezing stuff I do a lot of, because we've got a huge massive chest freezer and you can fit tons in there, so I'm always storing stuff in there. But we are running low at the moment because I've been trying to clear it out because I want to defrost it. Yeah, I'm not doing the pantry challenge, but my challenge is just to make as much as I can from scratch. Okay, there's our little catch up. Hope you enjoyed my rambling. Okay, I'm just going to add in an onion to the bones, and the onion skin makes the bone broth get a lovely colour, so I always leave the skin on because it all gets strained out anyway, obviously. A couple of carrots. Now I was going to add in some bay leaves, but it's tipping it down out there, so I'm not going to go out and get any bay leaves today, so we can do without today. So 2 carrots and 2 bits of sticks of celery. And as I said, I will pressure cook this for 2 hours. Then I'll put it into jars, and then I will put the bones back in, and I will do another batch, so fill it again with the water and put it on for another 2 hours for a second batch. So you can always get a good second batch out of the bones. So I'm adding in some peppercorns. Hang on, William.
Hi. Come here, Mom.
When the bone broth has cooled down in the jars, then I tip them into freezer bags, label them up, and put them in the freezer and take out as and when needed. Just usually take them out the day before, but sometimes I just chuck them straight in the Instant Pot, frozen, and start heating them up that way. Depends. But yeah, so then I don't have to buy any beef stock or chicken stock or anything. And it's really healthy, and it's just easy, and it's just from your scraps. So if you haven't tried it, give it a go. It's definitely worth doing. I've just got back from a very impromptu shopping trip with the children. I thought we would just go and have a quick look at the sales.
Oh my God.
My hair's a mess because it's raining. Anyway, the sales were pretty pants really. If you imagine like this is everything in the shop, that much of it was in the sale, so it's disappointing. Anyway, I also had to pick up a parcel, so I did manage to get a few things though in the sale. I got this nice frilly shirt, blouse for Scarlett, and that was originally £15 and I got that for £7.50. I think that's very pretty, 100% cotton. And I also got Scarlett this other top, nice sparkly one with long sleeves, 100% cotton, and it says Cosmic Sparkle. That was half price, that was £5. So I like that one. And then the last thing I got in the sale was a shirt for Wilf, and 100% cotton again, and that was half price, £7. So I was very pleased with what I did manage to get, but there was not a lot to choose from. And then I picked up some stuff that I'd ordered, which isn't in the sales. So I have got a big pack, 10 pairs of socks for Henry, And some new slippers for Will because he really wanted slippers. A pair of black cargos for Henry. Oh, and that's it. I thought I'd ordered another pair of cargos, but they're not in the parcel, so I'll have to see what's going on there. But yeah, that's all I got.
How many space for yourself?
Just roll it the other way.
Yeah. Or just put it over the seat and then the bit will go over, not the new one. I can help you. That is so clever. Scarlett, it's already thick. That is so delicious. They're garlicky yummy. Yeah. Scrumptious. Scrumptious. I'm farmhouse. No. A farmhouse.
Love it.
No.
Love it.
Why did you teach me that? Yeah, because I didn't do it.
And Joe, can I just see me at all?
Can you check my eyes? Then I'll because I can't
What are you doing? It's really
I'm
just wondering if I can do it. What?
I don't want to do it.
Okay. That's so nice. I think
No, you're not. Well, you have pancakes in it. You don't need that, okay? Pardon? With your pancake? Yeah.
Mom, will you keep running down here under my sleeves and my towel right there? See, look how crispy and rich that is. I think it's going to crispy. Henry, it's not crispy. Can you come? I'm going to fluff it back. Henry, just wait until you see the chef's pancake. Henry, and Will, I need to tell you all together. Henry, this is your cake. Will, this is your one. Your aunt's one. Tell you. I didn't know it's fully cooked yet. Just to taste.
No, it's not. That's
Oh, okay, I'll recook it in a minute. Oh, it is. Is it good?
My words.
I want to figure out whether I was 10 years old. Like your age. I'm not 10, but down. Yuck.
Hang on, you haven't got a pancake yet. We've got a pancake, then you can put some on.
Yeah, we'll start. Do some lemon sugar on your pancake. Lemon, yes, citrusy, eggy.
We have got a big storm going on outside, and now we've just had a power cut. So I've just started my second batch of bone broth, but that isn't cooking now. Scarlett was in the middle of making pancakes, and she's had to stop halfway through because the power's gone off. But luckily I just managed to finish the hot chocolate in time. Well, good morning. Today it's the next day, and when I left the vlog yesterday we just had a power cut because of the storms, and today we've woken up and we still have a power cut. So that started about 3 o'clock yesterday, and we still have it today. It's now 9:30. We've got up really late today because there wasn't much point in getting up sooner when there's no power. That's how we felt anyway. So it's quite a big deal for us because in this house we don't have any gas, so that means we're totally reliant on electricity. So now we don't have any heating, hence the big jumper. We don't have any hot water, we haven't got the oven working, nothing. So it's quite difficult. And I had last year predicted this would happen to my husband. I said, next year I just have this feeling we're going to have lots of power cuts and we need to be more prepared. So yeah, weird, second day of January and my prediction is already coming true, it seems. So yeah, it's quite weird. Yesterday we were talking about canning, weren't we? I was saying I would really like to give it a go, you know, it would be fun. But it is more than fun, isn't it? It would actually be really handy to have some cooked food ready right now to be able to eat. But we don't have any. We haven't even stocked up on cans of, like, tins of food from the shop or anything. So we, yeah, are struggling in that way a bit. Although it's only been a few hours, but last time we had a power cut, it went on for 3 days. So you just never know how long it's going to last. So we have actually borrowed a camping stove from my daughter. She said we could borrow that if ever we had a power cut again, so we went round there yesterday. We actually cooked dinner at her house and brought the camping stove home with us, so we would be able to cook here today. So I'm just about to make breakfast on the camping stove for the first time, so that's good. What else? Yeah, so yesterday when the power went out, we started playing silly games that we were making up, like we were, this sounds really lame, but we were just showing each other pictures of different flags of the different countries in the world and guessing which countries the flags were from. And we were doing a game where we would sit in a circle and ask a question and everyone in the circle would have to answer the same question. And the children loved it. It was actually a lot of fun, believe it or not. You know, and then as it got darker, we lit the candles. I was prepared in that respect. I have stocked up on lots and lots of candles and a few torches, although not enough torches, but we have got a few, and lots of batteries for the torches. So anyway, we lit the candles and the children thought that was really exciting and they loved it. So we had a good evening. So it hasn't been a problem so far really, apart from not having hot water. That's quite annoying. But yeah, I'm going to cook on the camping stove now, cook our breakfast. So hopefully it works out okay. But as you can see, it's very dark in here. Normally when I film in this house, I have the lights on. This camera is quite good at compensating for that. It looks lighter on there than it actually is here, but our house is very dingy, very small and dark. So apologies for the quality of this video. So here's we've got the skillet on the camping stove. Hopefully I can light it. Oops. It's lit. I've just got some butter in there and I'm going to fry up some bacon and eggs. And yesterday yesterday when the power went out, I was in the middle of doing my second batch of bone broth, and it'd only gone a few minutes into pressure cooking. So I'm going to chuck that bone broth away now because that's been sitting there for well over 12 hours, and I think that would be bad to even attempt to use that. So we've still got the first batch of bone broth that we made, which that's cooled down now. I need to pour that into freezer bags and put it into the freezer. Talking of which, the freezer, I already kind of took preventative measures for power cuts, and we haven't been able to get a generator or anything like that, but when we were getting our raw milk ordered, it came with these gel freezer packs, and you can recycle them or you can send them back to the farm where they came from, but I decided to keep them and I've lined the freezer with them in the hopes that if we had a power cut, things would not defrost as quickly. And that's holding out well at the moment. Yeah, it's holding out well at the moment. So I'm going to put the bone broth in the freezer bag, put it in the freezer, and then hope that the power comes on and it can freeze in time. You know, we'll see. But hopefully I haven't wasted a whole other batch.
It's cold,
Scarlett is finishing off her pancakes from yesterday now on the camping stove. Breakfast was lovely.
Mummy.
Are you having your pancakes, William?
Yeah.
Nice. Another thing that was quite extreme about this power cut is that the telephone lines also were out and the Wi-Fi was gone, so we couldn't use our data or anything. So no internet, no telephone, no electricity, and of course we don't have gas anyway. So that's how it was. And also in the village, the street lights were out, the traffic lights were out. And it wasn't just our village, it was another couple of villages close by. And there are some people in the villages that have got very young babies who are drinking formula milk, and they had no way to sterilise their bottles or to make the warm milk. And I think, you know, if you do have a young baby, it's really important to think about if you do have a power cut and ways that you can sterilise the stuff that you need to sterilise and all that kind of thing. So always be prepared, as the scouts say. Luckily, one of the villages next to ours has got power, and they have offered to help people that are in situations like that where they really need to be able to use hot water and be able to sterilise bottles and stuff. So that's really nice that there is that community spirit around here. Very helpful. So if you have more that you can use to help other people, I think it's really nice if you can do that. Well, our plans today are to go over to my daughter's house, and I am very lucky that I do have my son who's moved out, and he has his own house nearby, and my daughter has moved out and she's got her house nearby, so they're both like 5-10 minutes away. So our plan today is we're going to go over to my daughter's house and spend the day there, where she's got heat and everything. But I had already ordered my grocery shopping, so I have to wait for that to be delivered at lunchtime today, and then we'll go after that. But I guess I am really lucky that I've got my family all close by, and when things like this happen, I always, you know, like to look at the positives and count my blessings and appreciate all the things that I do have, whether we have power or not. And the main thing is my family. Yeah? Want some water?
Yeah.
Anyway, I will leave the vlog there and see you again shortly. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Say bye. Can you say bye? Say bye.
Bye.